Hello, it's Friday. Thought I'd do a video. Drinking the Kolsch, that's how it's looking now. A nice bit of clarity. Sorry about that, just the heater's just kicked in, turn it off. If you can hear another low hum, that's the glycol chiller, just starting its job of chilling down the Sabro bacon clone. What are we talking about today? Well, I did a video last week about the Brewtubers who I watched before I started brewing, who kind of inspired me, got me into brewing. So today I wanted to do another video about Brewtubers. This one, ones I would consider my peers. So those Brewtubers who started around about the same time as I did, that I either talked to, got to know, had chats with, or just started watching. So this is the criteria for it, really. Just within a year or two of me starting doing videos. So the people on this list are those. So we start with doing alphabetical order again. So as I say, starting with the first one is 8-Bit Chicken. This is an American brewer. He's also he has a small holding, so he's like homesteading, so raising chickens, building coops and stuff, and doing beer as well. I met him a couple of times on Zoom meets. Well, although it wasn't Zoom back then, it was like the Google Hangouts and stuff. So I think he did joined in a couple of those. Next, Delaneys Homebrew. Now, Mick is a brewer who his Keezer build is unreal. If you see his Keezer build, you've got it. His beers are renowned for being rather strong. He does like a strong beer, and he brews to the point where he found, I think it was 6 kegs he had stashed in his garage one day. He thought, I'll clear up my garage, and found 6 full kegs he'd forgotten about. Man's a monster of a brewer. Next, Big Banana. What can I say about Stephen? His videos are brilliant. I still have that image in my head of him as Rambo, firing flaming arrows into a bucket, or trying to, so he could burn it and then bring out a name for a raffle winner. Absolute legend. Met Stephen a couple of times, been out with him, hung out, had beers, good crack, nice guy, love him to bits. Next, Mr. Brewboy Calaby. Matt Calaby, he's another great lad. Met him plenty of times, met him here in Whitby. I've been out on the sesh with him here in Whitby one day, last year I think it was, in the summer. Yeah, absolutely great guy. So he has started doing some videos again. He's got one up showing how his equipment is. His setup looks fantastic. So really, very happy to see that he's starting to do some more videos. Charlton Hills Brewery. That's Mr. Matt Evans, and his curtains are famous. Gotta love his curtains. Matt hasn't done any videos for a while. In fact, he's not been brewing for a while, but come on, Matt, get some videos. We want to see those curtains again. Cutter's Choice Homebrew. Mr. Clive Cutter, good friend of Mr. Graham Preston. Lovely guy. Met him as well at the LCBF before. Brews good beer, but he's stopped doing videos now. He's less on social media. Well, I don't see much of him on social media these days. I hope you're alright, Clive, if you see this and you are watching the video still. I know he's got a diagnosis for what was ailing him, and he has to change how he lives and such. But yeah, hopefully you're doing well, Clive. I look forward to you getting back to brewing at some point, or doing videos even. Daft Cat Brewing. Now, this is Sarah Patrick. Now, I put her in as a peer only because that her earlier brewing videos she did She did a few, but then kind of stopped, and then restarted them a few years later, around about the same time I started, and that's when I got to know her stuff again. So I hadn't seen her prior, and it was just when she was sort of, and she, what can you say? She's a medal winner, Welsh Nationals winner. Her recording, she does talks, etc. What she doesn't know about brewing probably isn't worth knowing. So she's on there, and I haven't met her. I've done a base swaps with her, and I've done the old smash off with her before. I've been in the same group and came second to her, which I'm proud to be, actually. Mr. Darren Whittington. Now, sadly, Darren has given up on the brewing altogether. His videos are still up, but he has given up, and because it's not a healthy, to be honest, it's not a healthy hobby, really, is it, brewing, making beer? But we try and sort of, I don't know, we justify it to ourselves, or do we try and pace ourselves? So, you know, it is, you do what you do. So sadly, Darren's giving it up, but he's doing other videos on there, I think. I haven't seen it for a bit. Bear with me a sec. I just turn that off. Right. Next is Delaneys Homebrew. Now, I met Paul at the LCBF, and lovely guy again. He's got his shed built. He started, I met him on Zooms a couple of times, and then finally met him at the LCBF. I think I met him on the station, actually, first. Dr. Hans, Mr. Johnny Berglund, yes. Once again, met him at LCBF, the very first meet and the very first LCBF, I think it was, and we had the meet. Another lovely guy, very giving in his time, had a few hangouts with him. He's definitely worth watching. I mean, if you're not watching Johnny, then what are you watching? Do's Brews, Dicky, another lovely cracking guy. See, as I said, I know pretty much all these people personally. I've met them, drink with them, hang out on hangouts and Zoom meetings and etc. with them. Dicky, great brewer. If there's a video about something, he's probably made one for it, because he's constantly making videos, great content, and obviously he has his podcast. I can't remember what it's called though. Hop Editions, that's it. Hop Editions podcast. Go check that out. Hapless Ginger Brew, Mr. Graham Preston. What can I say about him? Another lovely guy, lovely guy. Yes, met him a few times, and hangouts and Zoom meetings and brew days. Very generous guy. He is exactly who he is. So, Heathen brewer, Mr. Steve Ogden. Now, he's one of the few brewers I only know through Facebook and messages, etc., and trading beers. Not met him, love to meet him, a lovely guy. Sadly, another one who stopped doing the videos, really. Just sad to see all the people that you started with that have tailed off. They may come back, hopefully they will. So, Heathen brewer. Homebrew Griffith, Kelvin. Now, he got a grandfather around about the same time I did, so he started doing videos. I was watching him doing my videos. His production quality was a lot better, obviously. Mine was really shoddy. They aren't much better now, really, just using the phone. But yeah, Kelvin's videos, Kelvin Griffiths. I met him again a few more times. Met him a few times at the LCBFs. So you got to get to these LCBF meetups, you know. Get to the Brewtube meets, because they're there to talk to, have a beer with, have some banter and a bit of crack. It's great. I want to brew Chris, Mr. Chris Charlton. He was doing some great stuff, making videos, but he's moved away from the beer, etc. Bought a gym, set up a gym, and is a personal trainer sort of now, and gym owner. So it's not for him these days, which is a shame, because he's another guy I met, had drinks with, had banter with, had a good time with, been on the hangouts and that. But good luck to him, he's working hard and doing his thing, so just a shame. Jake's Craft Brewing. Now, Jake is on the admin team for Brewtube, and that's how I know him. And Jake's videos, I've been watching Jake's videos for as long as I can. Another one I haven't met, but I know through the admin work sort of thing, so Facebook Messenger and such. But he does all like the artwork for us, puts up the banner and such and changes it and does that. Mr. J. Corey. Now, another one who stopped doing videos, he started around about the same time, maybe a little bit after me, and started getting videos, getting subscribers and that, and then just disappeared. I think it was more of a work thing for Jay. I think it was more of a work thing. Jimbo's Homebrew. Now, another guy I haven't met yet, Jimbo. Now, he started a little later, but I'm adding him in because he's in that period of where my channel was starting to go. Then he's came along and we were all sort of getting into each other's brew videos, and it was a good time for me at that point. I mean, there's some great brews coming through now, video makers and such, so I'll talk about them another time. So Jimbo's Homebrew, go check him out. Mr. Peter Hodge. Now, I've been on Zooms and such with Peter quite often. We chat on Facebook Messenger and such. He's into model railways, and he used to holiday near Whitby and knows the area and such. So we have a bit of things in common, and have a lot of a laugh and a chat. Lovely guy. That's Watford Junction Brewery, Mr. Peter Hodge. Check him out. Red Dog Brewer, Big John. Yeah, Big John, who's now gone commercial. Well, he's working commercially for a brewer now. Yeah, another great brewer I've met, hung out with, and banter and chat and good crack with, hangouts and such again. And beer shares and everything. Great guy. Rusty Homebrew. Now, yeah, good. I really like Rusty. I know him personally, know him as through meets and chats and video calls, etc. and such. So Rusty's a good brewer, and I want to see him do videos again. We all want to see Rusty back doing videos, don't we? And now he's got his new garage brewery set up. Although he's still looking for a name for it at the minute. I know he watches, so come on, Russell, get them videos made. Come on, we want to see some videos again. Yeah, Safa Brew. This is my South African brewer, funnily enough, Safa Brew. Now, I really don't know anything about this guy at all, other than I watch his videos, and he makes good videos. Another good brewer. It started, as I say, around the same time again, so go check him out. Short Circuited Brewers, American brewer, and he's getting big now. He's getting very big. He started about the same time, but he's been really putting the videos out there. Constant work on videos. He's now obviously getting to a point where he's doing reviews of getting stuff sent to him, doing reviews of stuff, big reviews and such. So go check him out. Stas Brewing. Andrew Rostas, the Australian brewer. I know him through he's an admin on Brewtube and also through Messenger and such. I've sent quite yeast to him. Yeah, he started that quite yeast that I sent out to people. He's the one that's got it going around in Australia. Another good brewer, and his videos, he does very dedicated videos, very good. Really knows his stuff, so well worth checking out. Now we're getting down to the end of it. I know it's been a bit of a long one. So Swamp Hen NZ, which is John from New Zealand. Another great brewer, and I love his videos. man, I've met him a couple of times on Hangouts and such, and he's a farmer, and he has hundreds and hundreds of acres of land. So the man's a busy man usually, but he still manages to crack some beers out, and he makes some good videos, and I know he watches from time to time. So go check him out. Crowsfoot Brewery. Now this is Mr. Eric. Mr. Eric. God, Eric, I've forgotten your bloody name. I'm trying to say Cantona. I feel silly. Eric is, I've met Eric a few times. He's not done videos for a long time. I know. He got his shed built, his old style shed. I met him a few times again on Hangouts. He started to do Hangouts, but he's a busy man. He's in the army. He's moving around a fair bit, so I don't think he gets time to do videos these days. But he does Hangouts when he can, does the brew days when he can, and barbecues a lot. So what's not to like? Check him out. The Geeky Dad. Now he started doing a lot of videos at the start, around about the same time, maybe a little later than me, maybe a year or so. Started to do videos and such. Had some good ideas for it, doing like smashes of different hops and doing about them and such. Every time we did a video, it was a different hop. Then he wanted to do a bit more in-depth videos. He even started to try and do a podcast type thing, but in the end he stopped doing it and moved on to doing other things. And sadly he doesn't do any more brewing videos. Anyway, worth checking out. And then, this one is Timmy Jenkins. I'm just putting him in because he does his hop raffles. That's the only YouTube does. But if you don't know Timmy Jenkins, you really should. The man is a NEPA brewing legend. He's the man you need to go for if you want hops, and certainly his hop raffles are well worth entering. And those are what he puts on Brewtubers. So special dispensation there for Timmy, because he doesn't really like doing the videos, but he does his hop raffles. And he doesn't do any other videos, but we like Timmy. F.I.F for Brew. Mr. Ali May. I've chatted with him. I think we've done the odd Zoom hangout. I'm not sure. Certainly, I think so. We shared beers and we've chatted on Messenger and such. And he hasn't done any for a while, though. I know he's recently getting back into it a bit. So hopefully we shall see some videos from you soon, Ali, if you're watching. So that it is pretty much the brewers, certainly off my subscription list, of the brewers, homebrewers. I don't think there's anyone there who isn't a homebrewer really. Hence why I haven't added the likes of Craft Beer Challenge to any of these, though I do watch them and I do suggest you do too. Johnny is very knowledgeable and it seems to have a very good taste buds. It seems to be able to describe beers very well. So yeah, well worth checking out Craft Beer Challenge. But everybody else in there that are the brewers that I've watched and sort of hung out with, got to know. Most of them, pretty much most of them, I've known or shared beers with or done swaps with. So those are a group of brewers and a lot of channels for you to check out. Some are still going, some aren't, sadly, but there's content there that is well worth watching. Certainly Beanham Brewery, if you want to build a Keezer and you want to do it a good Keezer, watch his video on that, because that's fantastic. So it's been 19 minutes, I've been talking and nearly finished this beer. It's Friday evening, early evening I suppose. Can we say is it after 4 yet? Yeah, it's after 4, so I could call it evening, can't I? So thanks for watching this one if you've got this far. I do intend to do a further video probably next week on new brewers. And when I mean newer, I mean the people who have started to beyond my peer group, so to speak, the ones that are starting to come through that I didn't know initially during the time I started, sort of thing. So I can give you a couple of off the top of my head: Pat's Brewery, Andrew Lynch, Trouser Brewer. I think it's Trouser Brewer. Is it Blue Trouser Brewer? Johnny Apples, Rich Shaw. I'm going to go. I'll do a proper list though. I'll do this next week. So they're the next ones. Those that are carrying the torch again further on. That have just come through sort of the last couple of years or so, I would say. So we'll be doing that probably next week. So thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next